how's it going? Today I'll be providing an executive summary on the research paper that I'm conducting on the strategies in out-of-home care to prevent child sexual abuse. Basically, I feel that there are a number of problem strategies and areas that need to be further developed. These include the cross-jurisdictional information sharing capabilities, as well as the ineffective strategies that are in place to prevent child-to-child sexual abuse, as well as the sexual abuse that's occurring from other adult perpetrators. Although there are current procedures that are in place, there's not enough protection for children who feel the need to disclose sexual abuse. It's been found in Queensland, it's been seen that the average time that it takes for sexual abuse to be disclosed was actually 22 years. This is a problem that needs to be changed. Firstly, what I'll do is I'll evaluate the different caregiver systems with an emphasis on foster caring, because I feel that that's where the strategies need to be implemented further. That's where the research is showing me. So first off, I examine and I look at the different requirements that it takes to become a caregiver. Then following that, I look at the protections that aren't in place for other perpetrators of sexual abuse. This starts off with me, I'll be talking about, how many different substantiations of sexual abuse occurred. I'll be looking at the rate of adult perpetrators. I've found that there is only 3% that are actually the carers of the children. It's been seen that 63% were the other adults. So, this shows that the strategies that are in place for foster carers are actually effective. And it's just that there's not enough in place to prevent other adults. I'm mostly going to have an emphasis on child-to-child sexual abuse, but as the research is showing me that that's the most prevalent issue. I keep seeing all these figures where, the strategies that are in place are working, but there's not enough strategies in place to prevent child-to-child sexual abuse. I'll identify some problem areas. These include the poor supervision of children, inadequate training for carers to detect sexual abuse, the carers not receiving timely information about a child's background. I'll be focusing on the pressure of high demand, however. So, there's such a high demand for out-of-home care. There's such a large quantity of children going through, but because there's such rigorous training to become a carer, I think that there are certain steps that aren't being taken to actually look at a child's background and actually, not pair a child with another child that has a sexually abusive nature. Then I'll talk about the different rates of child abuse within the different systems of out-of-home care. It'll show that the majority is in foster care. So the majority of sexual abuse is in foster care. I'll be using a case to link that together, the different adult perpetrators, I'll be using a case where the strategies that are in place to prevent foster carers do not accommodate other adults. So the case I'll be using that is R against Fenton. Then I'll talk about the cross-jurisdictional issues, mainly the lack of reliable data that can be collected from state to state. This is because there's no specialised categories. Each category in different state could mean a different thing, which means that it's almost impossible to gain clear, reliable data. This could be changed with, I'm going to suggest, a national body or a national legislation. I'll talk about that further, obviously, and then I'll conclude with just summarising everything I've said, all the different things that could be enhanced, could be changed, and basically by saying that, my argument is the different strategies involved. Some are effective, but there just aren't enough in place. So yeah, that's what I'll be arguing. That's my research paper. Thank you for listening.